Welcome back to the Weekly Dab of Football. Today we're going to be talking all things Ballon d'Or. Sheffield United's first win in the Premier League. We got the Copa Libertadores, the MLS Playoffs, and of course, all the best goals and memes from across the football world. Roll the intro. Right, so we're starting with our headlining segments. The Ballon d'Or. Messi has won his 8th Ballon d'Or. Insanity. But the question everyone wants to know, did he deserve it or should it have been given to Haaland? Yes, of course, everyone tweeting out, Haaland will be back. This isn't going to be the last time he'll be nominated. But in my opinion, listen, I love Messi, but I thought Haaland should have won. Now, yes, people are throwing this out. I mean, of course, Messi won the World Cup. Look at everything he's achieved over his career. Odds are this is going to be the last time he'll ever win the Ballon d'Or. It's just like World Cup for Messi or treble for Haaland, a full year versus one tournament. I don't know. We also have Vinicius winning the Socrates Award for his humanitarian work. Congrats to Vinny Jr. Emi Martinez receives the Ashen Trophy. His dad there as well. That's super cool. Obviously for his World Cup performance as well. Man City win the Men's Club of the Year. And then you have the Women's Ballon d'Or as well. I want you guys to comment Messi or Haaland. Who do you think deserved to win? Let's jump into our first segment going inside of the Premier League. Here's what the table is looking like after 11 matches played. Man City are on top, but Tottenham and Chelsea are playing today as this video is being posted, so I won't get to mention that match. Here's what the table looks like. Let's run through all the games this week, starting with Liverpool versus Luton, a 1-1 draw. It looked like Luton were gonna win after they scored in the 80th minute, but then Diaz did this. Crazy stuff, man. +8 of added time. Look at that header. Liverpool steal a point. And yes, this is all coming after his father was kidnapped. So he pulled up his shirt and what it said was, I believe, freedom for Papa. Freedom. Yeah, freedom for his dad. Wow. Crazy. In Colombia, his father was kidnapped. Amazing goal, but hopefully they get his dad back soon. This is kind of the statement that was put out for Fabrizio Romano. Obviously, he reported on it. Who else but him? Luis, I hope they find your father, man. That's crazy stuff. This was a wild week in the Premier League. We move on to United next, who did it again late against Fulham. And it was this man, Bruno Fernandes, in the 90th minute. It's 0-0 until Bruno does this. And the celebration, United go on and win. A team that was not so lucky this week was Arsenal. They couldn't do anything late. 1-0 Newcastle win, and Newcastle are no joke this year. Here's the crowd reaction after the full-time whistle was blown at St. James Park. I want to go to a game here, man. I'm putting Newcastle on my bucket list. I want to watch a game here. What's the best atmosphere in the Premier League? Can you guys tell me? I've only ever been to 2 Premier League games in my lifetime. One at Spurs Stadium, one at Chelsea Stadium. Which Premier League team, or just which team in England has the best atmosphere? Let me know in the comments. Big week for City. They go on and win 6-1. And then we end the segment with this. Congrats to Sheffield United, who have won their first game of the season in the Premier League. Look at what it meant to the Sheffield fans scoring in the final minute. Here's how they did it on a penalty in the last minute, and check out what it meant to the players. Absolutely unbelievable. Congratulations. You're still probably gonna get relegated, but maybe not. Maybe this is the start of a turnaround for Sheffield. I would love to see it, as long as Chelsea doesn't get relegated. But yeah. And yeah, so we will end the segment previewing Spurs versus Chelsea. That match is happening today. Let me know in the comments who you think is gonna win. If you guys are probably watching this and the game's already over. So let's move on. Up next, we are going around the world. And we're starting in South America. This week was the Copa Libertadores Final. This is the Champions League of South America, if you are unfamiliar. Boca fans were out and about. Their club was in the final. Look at this, man. Speaking of atmospheres, I feel like South American football fans have to be the most insane in the world. They're on another level down there. Sadly for Boca, though, they lost to the Brazilian side. And the atmosphere in this game looked insane. Here are the fans for the game, I believe. And look at this reaction from one of their young fans as they scored the game winner. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Keep waiting. Wait. Oh my God. Hurry this up. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. Look at the passion, man. I love it. I love football. This makes me love football. Oh, and then her dad as well. And how can you not love football? This sport's amazing. And of course, Marcelo was on the club who won. He put out a statement saying that this was more important than any trophy he'd ever won with Real Madrid, obviously, because this is his boyhood club. He said the club that raised him. So fair play, Marcelo, man. I'm happy for you, bro. And he has had a historic career, man. Look at all the trophies he's won. Copa Libertadores now, La Liga 6 times, Champions League 5 times, Spanish Super Cup 5 times, Club World Cup, UEFA Super Cup, Copa Del Rey. The only thing missing from this list is a World Cup. Sadly, I don't think he's gonna get another chance at that, but still, insane career for Marcelo. And of course, the dog, who is a fan of this club, was watching the final and celebrated the winner in style. We can't have an episode of the Weekly Dab of Football without some sort of dog making an appearance. This might be my favorite dog of them all. And more big news this week. Der Klassiker between Dortmund and Bayern Munich happened, and it was Bayern winning, and I believe it was Harry Kane with the hat trick. Gotta give a shout out to Ajax, who have won their first game since August. Now, still a long season left to go, but it's not looking good right now. They need to turn things around, and they might be doing so, but they're still in relegation zone. Insanity. And I can't show Serie A highlights, but it was a massive game for Roma in Romelu Lukaku, who won at the death. All of these late winners this week, man. It was a big week for football. The football world has just been exploding lately. And by exploding, I mean it's just been like big match after big match, late winner after late winner. We got Ballon D'Or, we got Copa Libertadores, Champions League. Everything is happening right now. This also came in some news this week that it's looking like Saudi Arabia are going to be hosting the World Cup in 2034. For Australia, confirmed they will not bid for the tournament. Another World Cup in the Middle East. I mean, it's not that I'm mad at it, but I want to see the World Cup like fully back in like South America or like an African World Cup again. We're going back to the Middle East, man. I have a feeling that there's a lot of money involved in this decision for Saudi Arabia to host. I don't know why I think that, but no, I do know why. We all should know why. Oh yeah, Haaland did not win the Ballon d'Or, but he was named UEFA Men's Player of the Year. So Haaland, at least he didn't win nothing, but like, does anyone really care about the UEFA like Men's Player of the Year? No. And to prove that no one cares about it, well, guess what? Next year, it's not even gonna exist. They are completely removing the trophy and combining it with the Ballon d'Or. I don't know why this wasn't already a thing to begin with, but yes, there will no longer be a UEFA Player of the Year next year. And we end by looking at the La Liga table. What is happening in La Liga, man? How is Girona top of the table? I have no idea. That's whack. Okay, moving on to 60 Seconds in America. We're starting with MLS Playoffs in the #1 seed into the Western Conference. St. Louis has officially been eliminated by Sporting Kansas City. The 8th seed, I believe, a team that had no business winning, is moving on. And one of the best teams in the league, St. Louis, is eliminated. This is why a lot of people aren't really a fan of the MLS playoffs, because it's like St. Louis works hard all season long to be the best team in the league. And then in the MLS playoffs, they lose in 2 games and they're now done and they can't win MLS. Like, I don't know. I love the MLS playoffs. St. Louis, I'm sorry. You're out. Bye. And I'm also saying that because I'm in a good mood there, right? Because my team, FC Cincinnati, is in. Check this out. Penalty shootout this week against New York Red Bull. It went to what? That was like the 10th penalty for both teams. We make the save, and we are moving on, boys. Cincinnati continues in MLS playoffs. I was at the match. Check out my reaction. Here we go. Oh, God. I was hyped. I'm sorry I like squealed there. Let's, dude, come on. I'm so wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Let's go. We're moving on, boys. Cincinnati. We're winning the whole playoffs. We're doing it. It's happening. Here's the bracket. They haven't updated it. MLS, come on, speed things up, update things, right? I think, yeah, LAFC's moving on. A few of these games are still left to be played. Yeah, this literally just happened in the last few minutes. Literally, this was 7 minutes ago. LAFC just advanced to the next round. I always record this on Sunday night, so MLS playoffs happen on Sunday night. LAFC, congratulations. We'll see LAFC probably in a MLS Cup final, if I had to guess. More MLS playoff talk coming soon in the weeks to follow. Check this out, though. Suarez has been rumored. Well, apparently it's official, says ESPN. Suarez to Inter Miami. We have M, we have S. We just need N. Could you imagine Neymar joins MLS next year and we get MSN back? That would be mad. I don't think it's gonna happen, but at least Suarez is coming back. And this was a cool moment as well. Lionel Messi returned to Miami with the Ballon d'Or this week, right after he won, straight on a flight to Miami, and brought the trophy and showed the youth academy players, which I thought was really cool. This is huge for the growth of, you know, soccer, football in the USA. First off, Messi just coming here, but he is interacting with the youth of American football. I like it, man. Shout out Messi for helping grow this sport in the US, man. We're winning a World Cup in 20 years. I'm calling it. This is super random, but they released a special boot for Messi winning the Ballon d'Or. Adidas did. These are super dope, man. They have 8 Ballon d'Or trophies on the boot. They got the Argentinian flag. They got number 10. This is sick. This is really dope. And we're gonna end this segment with something I thought was funny. So this happens every now and then at American football games. The halftime show is mascots versus children, and it is some of the best television you will ever see for the mascots and for our entertainment, not for the children. Take in mind, these are kids. Watch this hit right here. Oh my God. Look at that. That is a grown man in that beaver costume. That's a grown man in that eagle costume. That is a kid. Look at this. Only in America, man. Only in America will they show grown men tackling children in suits on TV. All right, let's move on. That was 60 seconds. At least it should be. All right, next segment. It's time for the goals of the week. This is the most random goal of the week clip we'll ever see. Omaha versus South Dakota State women's football. Watch this. First off, camera work is absolutely terrible, but a pretty decent volley. It's just the most random college teams ever. Omaha and South Dakota State. Yeah, boys, I'm sorry. It was a rough week for goals of the week. I had a hard time finding them. Please send me good goals from random. Also, don't send me old goals. You guys love to tweet me goals from like 5 years ago. Like, I'm not putting that in. I want recent. It's goals of the week, not goals of the last 5 years. All right. If you're going to tweet me goals, tweet me new goals. All right. I'm sorry for ranting. Moving on. This is the African League, I think. Yeah. Watch this goal right here. Top of the box. Volley. Keeper gets in touch, but it's in. Oh, this angle is crazy. Oh, man, the power on that ball. And we're in the Saudi League next with Gabri Vega scoring a goal in his debut. Pretty good build-up play. Look at that. That's a great first goal in the Saudi League for Vega. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's actually it for goals of the week. Again, I couldn't find much this week. I'm sorry. On to meme mode. All right, let's go through these votes, right? So these are people who voted for the Ballon d'Or. This was a guy named Joaquim Rita from Portugal, who voted Bernardo Silva first place for Ballon d'Or, then Vinicius Jr., then Messi, then Haaland, then Mbappe. Why are we letting people like this vote for the Ballon d'Or? This makes me think that the Ballon d'Or is a joke. It's a joke. Up next, we have this Argentinian writer. Okay, Messi, fair. Then he put Alvarez 2 over Haaland. He didn't even have Haaland on his list. Mbappe 3, Emi Martinez, Lautaro Martinez. Nah, I can't do this. If these people are actually putting in these votes for Ballon d'Or, I'm disregarding this trophy. I don't think this is a legitimate trophy if you're going to let people like this who are just voting for players for their country. This guy should be kicked off. Why are we letting him vote? Another one, this guy from Cameroon. Mbappe, De Bruyne, Rodri. He put Onana 4. Onana. One more time. Onana 4. He actually did that. Haaland and Messi not even on the list. This dude should never be allowed to commentate on football, to talk about football. Kick this guy out of everything he does, bro. It was Emmanuel Gustave Samnik, and there's more. We have Faith Dugan from Turkey. He did Messi. He put Benzema at 2. Why is Benzema at 2? Did he even watch football this year? Haaland, Lewandowski, and Mbappe. You may as well give me a vote for Ballon d'Or. I will do better than all of those 4. I will be more fair, more honest, more sincere. I can't. If that's what's happening, the Ballon d'Or is, I'm writing it off in my book. All right, back to actual memes. So check this out. Darwin Nunez is going to mess up his first touch right here. Wait for it. Gonna mess it up. Bournemouth fans are going to laugh at him. And then watch what Darwin Nunez does. After he gets laughed at, he's going to go and score an absolute banger. And I don't think the Bournemouth fans are going to be laughing after that, dude. Oh, God, man. That's so funny. All right, we got Sunday League in a nutshell. Look at that roulette turn on the ground. And then wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Did you see that tackle? Can we talk about this skill move, though, right here? That needs to be added into FC24, man. Put that skill into FC24 ASAP. Listen, EA, I haven't been playing your game much this year. It's not very good. It's about the same as it's been the last 7 years, but you just changed the name. If you add this skill move, I'll come back and I'll post more videos. All right, EA? Thank you. This next clip is Pochettino being asked about Malang Sarr, who is being paid 100K a week at Chelsea. And Pochettino doesn't even know who he is.
About 2 players who have disappeared.
This is crazy, man.
Malang Sarr.
This is crazy.
Last season.
Who? He says who? Dude's getting paid 100K a week and your manager doesn't even know. This might be one of Chelsea's issues. When your manager doesn't know a player, this could be something wrong with the team. Okay, that's an old video, but it just popped up on a timeline and I had to show it. That's wild. Imagine this happens when you're playing Sunday League football. You just hear the Champions League anthem out of nowhere and a bunch of kids run onto the pitch. Okay. Not the most out of the ordinary thing so far, but it gets weirder. Keep watching. All right. You get cameras in your face. You have the actual, what is that they wave in the field? It like the banner, what is that? I don't know what that's called. And then you have fans out of nowhere. What are you doing if this happens? This is actually crazy, man. I think this is an advert for maybe just the Champions League. I don't know, but either way, awesome video. Well done, whoever put this on. Abu Dhabi have their own version of Gary Neville. I'm not sure if you saw this, but this was really funny, man. It's just an exact replica. They're just cloning people at this point. And we're gonna end with this. I don't really think it's a meme. It kind of is, but I thought it was cool. This is football stadiums inspired by FC24 card designs. So you have an icon stadium. You have, dude, that's Evolutions, right? Yeah, dude, I don't play Ultimate Team. Like at all. I don't even what is that? I don't know what that card is. Dude, I literally did a video where I spent $1,000 on FC24 and I don't know what half these card designs are. It's so bad of me. Okay, that's Inform. We got the Inform Stadium. We have, that is Hero, I believe. Yep. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that card design is. Okay. Let's move on to our final segment, BFord's Ballon d'Or. All right, so this is one of those weird weeks because you guys know on this show, BFord's Ballon d'Or, every week I give out a Ballon d'Or. But this week, the actual Ballon d'Or was given out. So, will BFord's Ballon d'Or go to the same actual Ballon d'Or winner? And we get a drum roll. Because this week, my Ballon d'Or goes to... Give it to my man, Erling Haaland. He got robbed. He should have got the Ballon d'Or this year. Haaland, you... Act like this is the Ballon d'Or. Erling Haaland, I present to you BFord's Ballon d'Or. He got snubbed, but I didn't snub him, all right? I put my vote in. I'm going to be better than that Portuguese dude, than the Turkish dude. Give me a vote next year. Give me a vote. Haaland would have been 1. Messi would have been 2. Mbappe would have been 3. Right. Thank you, boys, for watching another episode of the Weekly Dab of Football. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Tweet me clips that I should be discussing on the show. Subscribe right here. Click the playlist. Watch some of the older episodes, and we'll see you guys next week.